this,
This
so we'll see if
conference will now be recorded.
so. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and start our way through this slideshow and talking about some things throughout the year or throughout the popcorn sale.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate everybody being here tonight. I am Chris Salusti, and I'm the Trails End rep that covers the great state of Texas. My peer, Jake Kinnaman, could not be with us tonight, so he asked me to step in for him, and happy to do so. So really looking forward to sharing with you guys some of the neat things that are coming down the pike on popcorn this year. So let's get started. First of all, why do we sell popcorn? Well, it's about kids, really. It's about funding units program. It's about offsetting the costs that parents have to, incur when it comes to program costs. Obviously, character development. They learn a lot from popcorn, learning how to be self-sufficient. Great rewards program, so they obviously can pay for some of their program, if not all of it, plus get some great prizes through Trails End. It obviously helps the council as well through the council commissions, improves camp and other council resources. And the whole idea here is to do more fundraising, do more adventures, less fundraising, because nobody joins scouting to sell popcorn or sell a product. For them, it's all about, enjoying that scouting effort. And in the 41 years we've been doing this will be the 41st year. This upcoming fall, there's been $4 billion returned to scouting. So it's obviously a very successful fundraiser, and many people across the country have really come to expect it once we get into the August-September timeframes. So popcorn helps, as I mentioned, in a number of ways. Obviously, helps folks learn money management. They can goal set. There's merit badges they can earn, develop business ethics, quite a bit of entrepreneurial spirit from a lot of these kids as well. They learn how to communicate to people face to face. They get off their smartphones and look people in the eye. There's a lot of benefits to it. Obviously, the whole objective here is to offset as much of the program cost as possible, but along the way, there's a lot of benefits that help them grow as people. Obviously, it gives a lot back into the program for the unit as well as for the Scout family and the council, and they learn some key skills as they develop in life. I mean, they're going to be told no in life, and it's good that they understand how to deal with that, how to overcome it, and how to sell, because no matter what profession you end up pursuing when you get older, you are selling yourself. You're selling your knowledge, your skill set, your expertise. Everybody at some point is selling themselves with regards to what they can bring to the equation. So popcorn does cover the program. The idea here is to cover all the membership dues, magazine costs from Scouts Life, uniforms, patches, awards, anything outdoor related, camping trips, hikes, celebratory in nature, Christmas parties, Pinewood Derby, Blue and Gold Banquet. Anything and everything can be covered through selling popcorn. And if you text to the number there at the bottom of the screen, I can't see it because I've got something blocking it. Give me 1 second. If you text my plan to 62771, you can download from us how to sell $1,000 and do so while socially distancing. The higher the goal, the better you can do with regards to rewards, obviously covering as much as that program costs as possible. All right, one of the keys to success is attend the Trails End webinar, and I'll share more on this in the upcoming slides, but we've got 2 webinar sessions that started about a month and a half ago in mid-June. We started doing these. Following up from our big webinar sessions from last year, we held a number of them last year, over 100. This year, they're geared towards the folks that are veterans. So if you're a veteran colonel, you've done this for a while, there's sessions designed for you. And if you're new to this process, if you're a rookie, we also have seminar sessions for those folks that have never really sold popcorn or maybe only done it for a year. You can register at trails-n.com/webinars. And it's really important that you attend one of these sessions. They last about 45 minutes. really will help you get a feel for the technology to help you be successful. And it'll also help you with some of these other bullet points that you see here, like building your plan for your unit, uh, various selling methodologies, whether it's going door to door, selling in front of a store, selling online, incentives that you can put forth. And it doesn't have to be anything extravagant or expensive. Something maybe simple as a pie in the face if you hit the unit sales goal, maybe the shaving of a head or the shaving of a beard. Those kind of things really motivate your scouts to hit the sales goal that you lay out. Communication is extremely important. You want to make sure you're transparent with your parents. They want to understand why they're selling popcorn, the benefits of selling popcorn, and how that's going to benefit them financially by hitting the goal. At the unit kickoff, you want to make sure that it's high energy, and you've also got the opportunity through the technology in the unit leader portal, which we'll cover again here in a minute, of showing folks how to register. Make sure they create an account at trailsend.com so they could sell online, set a goal, track their sales, see the sales in real time, be able to redeem their reward very easily through the technology. And at the kickoff, again, you're going to show to the parents why we're selling popcorn, you're going to train your scouts, and then make sure everybody is on the app. So Trails End has got some really neat components that are designed to help make fundraising easy for everyone, the unit leader, the parents, the scouts, the council. We're going to talk about some of those things now. We're going to talk about the Trails End app, our rewards program, our online platform, and then our online social media communities through the Trails End Facebook page. The Trails End app, this is the third year that the Trails End app is available for scouts and their families. The app is a point of sale tool. It's designed primarily to enable a scout to take a credit card payment at a storefront or going door to door. It also has got some real benefits to the council and to the unit leader because you can see your sales in real time as they are logged in the app. The important thing to remember is this thing is powered by Square. Many of us are familiar with Square, probably the most well-known mobile credit card processing platform on the planet. And the benefit of using the Trails End app is we cover those credit card fees, whether it's a swipe, manually typed in through the app, or with one of the Bluetooth readers. Any of the fees that would normally be incurred by using Square are covered by Trails End. I do want to call this out to everyone's attention. Many units have their own Square accounts. You do not want to run your popcorn sales through your own unit Square account. Make sure that your families download the Trails End app, run their sales through it, because when you run your credit card sales through the Trails End app, we cover the credit card fees. If you were to use your regular Square app for your other unit dues and fees and expenses, you're going to be on the hook through Square to pay for those charges. So I want to make sure everybody understands that. We do have a simpler and smoother interface for 2021. We improved it last year, but we're seeing even better results this year. We moved it over to a different platform within Amazon. We've got improved storefront and shift management. We've got a new text order cart feature to where you could actually take the order on a device. And if somebody doesn't have a credit card handy, you can actually text their order to them, whether they're standing in front of you, behind their glass screen door on their house, or even to a relative on the other side of the country. Really neat technology. And then families also, if they have a lot of cash they've collected, whether that's through storefront selling or door to door, the app also allows you to take that cash and process it with a personal credit card, to where you can get the credit card points if you're a family, and then put that cash in your account to cover those costs. So the reason why we really want to emphasize credit card sales is people spend more, first and foremost. If you look at that third bullet, customers spend 27% more with credit versus cash. It's obviously safer because you don't have to worry about that cash disappearing, or somebody doing something worse and maybe trying to rob you, heaven forbid. Bigger rewards as well, right? You get 1.5 points for every dollar sold on a credit card through the Trails End app. It's easier with that cash turn-in feature that I mentioned to you. And any of the Square hardware that you see here on the slide works with the Trails End app. And again, that's accessible by texting 62771. There's an app guide that will cover this. You can also access this data on the Unit Leader portal, or the Trails End YouTube channel also talks about it. The Unit Leader portal is where you, as a unit leader, are going to manage your unit sale, and it's all available online at trails-end.com. You're going to manage all of your units campaign in one place. You're going to order your popcorn and submit it to the council. You're also going to keep track of your individual unit and scout goals. You'll submit your prizes here once your campaign wraps up. You can invite scouts to register. You can manage your scout roster. You can see in real time what your sales are, whether that's online, door-to-door, or storefront. You can manage your inventory. Obviously, take a look at how your cash flow is coming in. Real important feature is a unit-to-unit product transfer. It enables you as a unit leader to move excess product to maybe one of your neighboring packs or troops, and you don't have to have the council authorize anything. The council can see it, but you as a unit leader can initiate this product transfer. The product then is accepted by the incoming unit, and then you simply coordinate the physical movement of the product. When you do this, the inventory that was showing under your unit in the system is then moved over to the unit that just took possession of it. So the invoicing will align, the inventory will align, everything is tracked through the Trails End system. And then obviously you can create, schedule, and manage your storefront sites and shifts. That's another benefit of the Unit Leader portal, is as you load the stores that you'll be selling in front of, your scouts have access to choose what shifts they want to work, and then you can send reminders from that and then manage that entire process for the selling scouts in your unit. Online Direct, this is the online selling platform. It's the easiest way for scouts to sell. It's obviously the safest way to sell because you don't have to handle any of the product. You don't have to be in front of somebody. It's all done through the website or through the app. Another benefit of selling through Online Direct, you get 1.5 points for Trails and Rewards. Our rewards program is based on points, not dollars. So every dollar that you sell through credit card in the app or through Online Direct, you get a point and a half for. We're going to have a number of traditional products and prices there. You don't have to manage any of the product. Trails End does the fulfillment. You can text the order to your customer to complete the purchase on their phone. And you're going to see products on there that your council may not offer for their traditional show and sell or door-to-door sales. And we'll cover this in a couple more slides, but there'll be a greater product variety that will change as we sell during the course of the year. We've got a new feature that I'll talk about here in a second. It's our new auto share feature where you can set up a campaign through the app to sell to previous customers or some of your contacts in your smartphone. We've got a subscription this year through American Heroes that a customer can make an American Heroes donation and set that up to occur monthly. And there's also a QR code that you can download and share as you're selling too. So really excited about the new functionality for Online Direct as we move into the 2021 campaign. So Online Direct works one of two ways. You can share your page. You can set it all up at trails-end.com. You can link it to social media. You can send out notices via email or text. Customers click on the link and then place their online orders, and then we ship directly to the consumer. You can also run Online Direct orders in the app, right, where you can pick the products, you can take the payment, and the products ship to your customers. You know, I mentioned a few slides ago the entrepreneurial spirit of this fundraiser. Believe it or not, there were kids last year that sold Online Direct door to door. So they utilized the Online Direct product mix, sold door to door, and had the customer either reach the threshold to qualify for the free shipping, or the customer agreed to pay the shipping charges if they ordered under that. And then that scout and that family never had to return to that house to deliver the product. Everything was done through the Online Direct platform. So really convenient way of selling. I mentioned this a second ago, the new auto share feature. This is a real big time saver for everybody. And you've got the ability, you as being a scout family, to select what kind of campaign you want to execute through this tool. It could be top seller, it could be seasonal, maybe a quick weekend sale, one-time share to all your contacts. You decide what the campaign's going to look like. You've got the flexibility to set up how long or how short it goes. Then you can decide, do I want to send it to the contacts in my phone, all my contacts, specific contacts, and do I also want to look at my previous customers? The app is going to have your sales listed from 2020 and 2019 already in there if you put that data in the phone. So you could reach out to your folks that have purchased before and invite them to buy through online direct. Just makes things really, really easy. The folks that you email have the option to choose not to receive the secondary message. They can opt out at any time, and you can terminate the campaign at any time as well. So really a neat feature this year. We're excited to have it. This is new for 2021 as well. It's a new subscription for American Heroes donations to where somebody can set up a monthly gift to Scouting and American Heroes in addition to existing one-time gifts. They sign up in the virtual store that the Scout provides them, and they just make a monthly donation, and they can set what that amount is, and that amount then goes towards the American Heroes. That equal amount is purchased in popcorn and then donated. Really simple way to fundraise year round. And again, it's like on autopilot. You don't even have to think about it. You get somebody that's willing to do this over a 12-month period. Their credit card is automatically charged, and then the American Heroes donation goes out every month as well. I mentioned before, online direct products are going to be different than what you will see for your traditional mix. And we'll cover your traditional mix here in a little bit, but this gives you an idea of some of the things you're going to see online. You're going to see beef jerkies. You're going to see different bundles. You're going to see chocolate items. You're going to see things that are holiday themed as we get closer to the holidays, nuts, coffees, all kinds of different things. Right now, the free shipping level is $55. So if somebody spends $55 or more, the product ships for free. If they spend under that amount, they've got to pay $8.99 for the first item, and then another 99 cents for every item after that. But once they get to that $55 level, it ships for free for them. One thing I will say is we're going to look at that free shipping level. It could fluctuate as we get into the key times of selling. For example, maybe $55 really isn't moving the needle. You may see Trails End drop it. We may drop it down to $50 to try to spur some more online sales. Conversely, if we see the average online order closer to $70, we may increase that threshold to a $60 or $65 mark. It's just going to depend on conversions. It's going to depend on cart abandonment. The idea here is to drive as many dollars back to Scouting in as little time as possible. So we're going to be watching it closely, and then once we probably get into the peak selling season there by early and mid-September, probably we'll settle on a firm number there. But again, it could change depending on how the online sales are going. And again, you're going to see some traditional products on there as well as things that you wouldn't see on your paper ticket order form. So a lot of changes, and it's going to fluctuate as we get into the selling season. Trails End Rewards. This is the Trails End prize program for the Scouts. Gives Scouts a lot of benefit as well as the leaders. It's all Amazon e-gift card based is how it works. For the leaders, you don't have to worry about collecting prize orders. You don't have to worry about distributing physical prizes. You don't have to worry about broken prizes on the initial shipment or a broken prize after you've distributed it to the kids, because they get to pick whatever they want through Amazon. They've got happier Scouts, a lot of flexibility, a lot of value. They get a better price at the lower values, and then there's no cap. If you're one of the top sellers, you can really maximize the prize reward. You've obviously got tons of choices on Amazon versus a standard prize program where you probably only have about 3 or 4, maybe 5 different items to choose on some of the other levels. And they deliver right to the door. So anybody that's got Amazon Prime, obviously the prizes will ship for free. And the Scout doesn't necessarily have to redeem it right away. Maybe they've got a birthday coming up or the holidays. They think they may see an Amazon gift card in their Christmas stocking or what have you. They can bundle their gift cards if they want to save up for a bigger reward later. Matt, I'll throw this over to you if you want to talk about the council commissions for traditional sales and online direct.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Chris. So if you've done the popcorn sale previously, you know that sometimes there are tiered levels of unit commissions. Obviously, there's the portion that goes to pay for the product, the portion that comes back to the council and helps to fund the prizes, and then the portion that units keep. Sometimes that starts at 30%, 32%, and goes up if you do certain things like attend the kickoff or set a goal or exceed a certain amount. This year we decided to just go with a straight commission all across the board, and give everybody 35%. I know it's been a tough year for some, and everybody's looking for a little bit of extra money in their bank account. It also makes it simpler than having to track all those extra things. So we just made a decision to give a little bit extra to our units. I understand sometimes the online sales are a little bit less due to shipping and everything, and we went ahead and made that 35% as well. So when the breakdown comes and you get your invoice and everything later in the sale, there's going to be a higher percentage that units will be able to keep.
I think that's great, Matt. You know, with the councils I support, I normally don't see such a high commission percentage. I really like the fact that it's 35% for online direct, show and sell, and take order. Makes it really easy for everybody to know exactly what they're making from every dollar they sell. Easy is a good thing. Keep it simple is the way
Yeah.
to go. And I wish I had more of my councils in the area I support adopt your commission structure, honestly. All right, sale dates. You want to talk about that too, Matt?
Yeah, so obviously the webinars have already began. We're sitting here doing our kickoff. Some units are going to decide to do show and sells. Some units are going to decide to do take order only, and some will decide to do both. For those that are participating in the show and sell sales that are going to kick off on September the 11th, those orders are going to be due on Friday, August the 20th. I'd venture to say that that needs to be in by like noon or something that day. Ideally, please send them to me earlier in the week. It's going to be a lot to track with everybody bringing them in at on that date. And what I'm going to do when I place the order through Trails End is I will order a little bit of extra. I may be covering this in a future slide, but I'll touch on it now. There will be some extra products for units that sell out. I have to order by layer, so each layer has, say, 6 or 8 extra cases on it, and I'll order a few extras if people need it. But ideally, units can order a little bit of extra and have it if they need it, or they can use it to fill their take order later on in the sale. The show and sell pickup locations. Right now, we're looking at using the Entenmann's warehouse, which was previously I guess it was an outlet type store if you wanted to buy Entenmann's products. It's at the corner of Business 30 and Ship Road, I believe is the official address of it. We're going to utilize that, and based on the amount of product that is ordered, we may be able to have a second location in the southern end of the council. We typically use the Manfredi cold storage facility down near Kennett Square. For those units that are doing the take orders, they're going to be due on October 11th. If memory serves me right, that's earlier on in the week, a Monday or a Tuesday. And then October 29th, which is another Friday, will be the take order pickup, and that's when the invoice balances are going to be due for everyone to pay for their products. So as most of you guys know, there's no upfront cost to popcorn. You're just responsible for what is ordered. And as I did touch on the show and sell locations, sometimes when we get to a council kickoff like this, we end up doing a lottery for some of the stores that are a little more popular. Unfortunately, Acme Markets has let us know this year that they're not going to be allowing any kind of outside selling in the month of September and October. They have some kind of a store sponsored product sale that they're going to be doing. And Wawa has not yet gotten back to us. I know that they are a huge one for that first weekend. That would be the weekend of September 11th and 12th. They have not yet revised any of their COVID-related protocols for those sales. And I have asked them a couple times and gotten the standard answer of we will let everyone know at once. So We apologize for those that were planning around that. There's a chance that we still get it, but at this point we don't have a definitive answer. But everyone, of course, is free to go to their local Walmart, Lowe's, and everywhere else and talk to their store managers to set up show and sell sales. And if you have not already started doing that, the time is now. We're looking at about 6 weeks out from being able to sell. You're going to want to be able to coordinate. And if there's another unit that's trying to get there and they want to come in and try to take every weekend, maybe you can work it out that, you take one weekend, they take another, et cetera, and everyone's able to get a couple of dates. So.
All right, if you look at our traditional products for this upcoming fall, here's what the mix is going to look like. We've got a new sweet and savory collection item this year. This is going to consist of a $20 white cheddar bag and a $25 salted caramel bag that will be the finished versions in the blue and black packaging there. However, by bundling them, we're going to give the customer a $5 discount. So the idea is to get them to trade up and buy the bundle. This did really well online this year, or this past year in 2020. That's one of the reasons why we're rolling it out for the traditional sale in 2021. The chocolatey pretzels will be available as well at a $25 price point, salted caramel bag at $25. New for this year, the ready-to-eat kettle corn at $20. Wanted to roll that out last year, but because of COVID, we had some manufacturing challenges and weren't able to do so, but it's on the docket this year. Excited to have that. The microwave is back. We've got a 12-pack, $20 Unbelievable Butter, the $20 white cheddar, the $15 popping corn, the $10 caramel corn, and then the American Heroes donations, the predetermined levels of $50 and $30. And then as you take sales in the app, you can add any American Heroes donation amount to any product that you sell. So you've got the ability to add $1 or a couple bucks, $5, whatever you want to do to any order that you process in the app. All the more reason to encourage credit card transactions, because you can add some additional American Heroes donations on top of any physical product you sell out in front of the store. One of the benefits too of Trails End is our Facebooks. We've got a great Facebook group out there. It's created and managed by people like yourself, popcorn kernels, volunteers. If you want to get a quick answer to a question, this is the place to go. You've got a number of people on this thing. I want to say probably close to 20 hours out of the day. You share ideas between leaders. You get these ideas being shared from across the country. And you can find out what best practices work with other unit leaders, what they've done to grow their sale, what they've done to solve problems. You've got direct access into Trails End when your unit needs specific support. So really good group. Again, that number that we're seeing quite often at the bottom of these slides, text Facebook to 62771 if you have not already joined one of the Facebook groups. And I will also tell you, you want to be on one of these Facebook groups because you will get wind of early promotions. You'll get wind of free shipping weekends. Things like that will be announced on Facebook first before they're announced anywhere else. So it's another benefit of being part of one of the Trails End Facebook communities. All right, we got to make sure that your unit is registered to sell. So if you have not registered your unit for selling, please do so at the following link. Pretty easy to remember, www.trails-end.com/unit-registration. This is where you can log into the unit commitment tracker, get your contact information in there so your unit is counted by the council. They've got an updated phone number and email address for your unit, and they can start communicating to you regarding important things regarding the sale. We've talked a little bit about the webinars. If you've not attended one of these sessions, I strongly encourage you to sign up. You can do so at www.trails-end.com/webinars. You'll see if you go to the website right now, there's probably about 4 or 5 weeks out is where you can attend one of the sessions. I'll let you know we are probably going to carry these on at least through middle of September, maybe through September. So you're not going to see us offer, 8 weeks out. It's going to be limited to 4 or 5 weeks because we don't want somebody booking a session towards the end of the webinar schedule and then not attending. But again, 2 sessions if you're new, don't have a lot of experience doing this, or if you're a seasoned vet and you're just looking for a couple of tips on how you can improve your sale and the process. You get to choose what session you want to attend. You can see this is what the website looks like. You can see the date. On the left, you decide if you're a new colonel or returning colonel, and then click the register button next to the session that you want to take part in. You'll see we've got multiple sessions being offered during one calendar day, trying to give people options depending on what part of the country they live in and what their schedules look like. Here's some of the details on Trails End support. And again, Matt will be sending this information out or posting on the council website. So that magic number, if you're going to text for more information to 62771, you can see text Facebook to join the Facebook group, webinar to join one of the webinars. You can visit trails-end.com there. Email is support@trails-end.com. And same for the help, frequently asked questions as well, support trails-end.com. You've got Matt's information there, his email address, his phone number, the Council Popcorn website as well. Oh, sorry, got a little quick on my trigger finger there. One of the things I mentioned early on are steps to success and planning your unit's budget. And there's a tool at the Trails End website where you can budget your unit's program. Every and any expense that your unit incurs as it relates to scouting can be built into this tool. And it's a simple Excel spreadsheet that you can download. You can customize it for your unit. You can put in how many kids are in your unit, what your commission structure is going to be, what the activities are monthly. And then from there, even include registration, insurance, boys life, advancements, any other additional fees. Anything and everything can be covered here. You can also do it for parents, right? If you've got, obviously your leadership is going to incur a lot of these costs as well. You can build a budget and include them too. So really recommend that you do this, and it'll tell you how much you need to sell based off that 35% commission that your unit's going to net. And it'll give you a sales goal at the unit and at the scout level. Really good tool, and again, available at trails-end.com. Talked a little bit about the product transfers. It is done through the unit leader portal at trails-end.com. And as Matt mentioned, he is going to have some extra product on hand that'll be available while supplies last. So you got 2 avenues to get more product if you're having success doing storefront selling. Ask some of your neighbors that may be sitting on unsold product, as well as go to the council. Any extra product that your unit has from show and sell can be used for filling your take order. Obviously, that's the objective. I think the council's stance on this, Matt, is no returns this year. Is that correct?
That is correct. I had myself muted. Sorry.
Okay, just want to make sure that was the case. Let everybody know too, that's a standard operating procedure these days across most councils in the country. A lot of councils have went to a no return policy last year with COVID. And then honestly, they want to make sure that the product that's picked up is sold. It's important for units to have some skin in the game, and obviously don't bite off more than you can chew. But the product you pick up, you should be able to sell. And if you need more, there's a couple of different avenues where you get your hands on more product. Anything that's unsold can be filled towards take order and transferred through the unit leader portal to other units. And we're getting near the end here. So does anybody have any questions for Matt or myself?
If a pack has popcorn that they needed to sell or trade to another, how do they advertise it so other groups or other packs see that, hey, okay, this pack over here, they have what we're looking for?
That's a great question, Matt. You care to answer that? We were talking about that before everybody got on the call.
Yeah, so what we can do is, and I've admittedly not done it before, but we could make up like a Google email group amongst the popcorn kernels for everybody to communicate. And if you're at October 4th and you say, we're done our show and sells and we have 3 extra cases of X, does anybody need it? You could just send that message to the entire group. I think there's like 25 kernels, and reach out and say, hey, we've got this. Does anybody need it? And if another unit says, well, gosh, we've got 2 more show and sells, we could use it, then you use the online product transfer feature between units, and your units could meet up and hand it off.
Okay, yeah, that was one concern about this year being semi back to normal. It's like, what if someone accidentally bought too much, and then it's like, how do they get the word out on the like, hey, anybody else needs it? But yeah, that would be great if people send out an email, and you probably send out an email too if someone's looking for, it's like, hey, does anyone have X, Y, and Z?
One other thing as far as communication, and after this, I'm going to send out the slide deck. I'm going to send out that the form kind of for budgetary purposes, and I'm also going to send out a printable version of the order form for take orders, if anyone chose to use that instead of ordering via an online avenue. If you haven't signed up for the sale yet, then that means I don't have your email address in the Trails End system. What I'm essentially going to do is take that list of registered kernels, and that's who I'm going to send it to. So we have more people on the call tonight than we have units signed up. So if you don't hear from me, if you don't get the email from me, my email address is in the chat, or you can send a message to popcorn@cccbsa.org and I can forward that to you. I know some of our units have multiple people on, so I only have the information for your kernel, and then I can just pass it along to that person, or your kernel can give it to you, whichever. Just want to make sure that I get it out to you. So.
Any other questions from anyone out there?
Also, is this meeting meeting tonight going to? I believe you said you were recording it, so is that something that we would be able to review later on if need be?
Indeed, I am. And once I'm able to pull it off and either post a link or share it, I can share that out too.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So are just playing around with Trails End and ordering popcorn function and such. Right now, are we supposed to be able to see what items are available through council to purchase, like cases and such, or has that not been updated yet? Because I just basically get a blank screen that says I need to be assigned to a location to be able to place my order.
Yeah, it sounds like we need to make sure that the council delivery locations have been set up and activated, and then every unit is assigned to that delivery/distribution location. So we'll get that done. I will ping my peer and make sure it's done for your council here in the next 24 hours or so, and then you'll have the ability to go in and see what's available.
Hi, I think I know the answer to this, but I'll ask it anyway because it came up last year due to COVID. As far as online ordering, parents were asking me if there's ever a stop date because we have, the delivery dates of popcorn coming in and things like that. They thought maybe it would stop at the similar time, you know what I mean? But is there a stop date for online, or could that be done technically all year long?
Technically, it can be done all year long. So the system never shuts down. It's live 365 days a year, 24/7. Now, obviously, a lot of councils may have a cutoff date at some point because they want to wrap up the campaign. They want to see who's qualified for, various commission levels or bonus prizes or what have you. But anybody can sell, a leader, a parent, a scout can sell round the clock, any day of the year through trails-n.com. Any other questions? Well, Matt, I've got nothing else unless you've got anything else for me. If anybody
The
else has a question.
biggest thing is if anyone has any kind of questions on what your order history was in previous years, I can provide that to you. Just send me an email. Obviously, we're getting ready to log off, so email is going to be best. And I can just look up and let you know what your unit sold back in 2019 to kind of help give you a benchmark on something to shoot for this year.
Hey, Matt, one quick question. You said that you're not doing the lottery this year. Lowe's was in the lottery in the past. Did Lowe's say no, or are they just open for anyone to go to?
Which Lowe's location?
Any of them?
It's my understanding that someone had talked to or helped set up things for the Downingtown location. I hadn't heard anything about any of the others.
The Downingtown location was definitely in the lottery 2 years ago. Is it not something council's coordinating this year, or is it open to whoever goes talk to them?
I have not spoken to them yet, but I could stop in there on Thursday when I'm in the area.
Okay.
I understand there's been some competition, if you will, in the past for that site. So
That's why I'm just trying to figure out if council's coordinating that one or not.
yeah, I'll swing in there and see if they're amenable to selling. Or
Okay,
which
thank you.
manager I get, right?
I've got a quick question for Chris. Are we going to have webinars suitable for scouts and families to use the app?
Great question. Right now, it is all based kind of at a leader level. There is some training at trails-n.com in the unit leader portal that's recorded for scouts, that it was done by scouts for scouts. You can also go to the Trails N YouTube channel and also see that same training. Right now, we've got nothing set up at the scout level being led by other scouts, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. I just heard there's some changes within the portal, so I wasn't sure if that was the leader end or, the user end, and wanted to make sure our families were properly informed.
Yep. I mean, a family can attend any of the leader sessions. Honestly, if they're new to this too, I'd recommend that they take the the new kernel training. That'll familiarize themselves with the unit leader portal as well as some of the functionality of the app. It'll also tell them where to go to learn more about how the app works. And again, if you're a seasoned vet, then take your experience kernel training. But any of the families can sit in on that, but it's not really geared towards kids.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you all for your questions and your patience. I will be completely honest that this is my first time of running a council popcorn sale, so I am learning along with some of the rest of you, and I will be leaning upon our Trails End representative who's assigned to our territory. Jake Kinnaman is his name. But again, if you have any specific questions about your unit sale or anything, feel free to drop us an email, and I will, once I can get the recording mastered, I'll get that out to you guys. So thank you all and have a good rest of your evening.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time and attention. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Matt and Chris.